You pick up your phone. Just one quick check. 40 minutes evaporate. You weren't scrolling. You were harvested. Machiavelli warned us 5 centuries ago. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. In this .com era, the titles belong to the architects of the attention economy, and we're not honoring them, we're feeding them. Tech giants have built psychological slot machines into your pocket. The tamed dog thinks he's choosing content, exercising his free will, making independent decisions about what to watch, read, and click. The wolf knows the truth. When you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Today, we expose the dopamine cartel. I'm going to show you the 4 mechanisms they use to hack your nervous system, and more importantly, how to reclaim your attention sovereignty. Type CARTEL in the comments if you're ready to see who's really been controlling your focus. Number 1. Variable reward loops. Pull the lever. Nothing happens. Pull again. Nothing. Pull again. A small win. Lights flash. Coins clink. You feel that little hit of pleasure. Now you're hooked. This isn't a Las Vegas slot machine, it's your phone. Every time you pull down to refresh, every time you tap a notification, every time you check just one more time, you're playing a slot machine designed by people who studied B.F. Skinner's experiments on pigeons. The Machiavellian truth. Machiavelli said, "Men are so simple and so much governed by their present necessities that he who wishes to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived." The present necessity here? Boredom, discomfort, the fear of missing out, the craving for novelty. Tech companies have mapped these triggers with surgical precision. They know exactly which variable rewards keep you pulling the lever. Instagram's algorithm doesn't show you everything from friends in chronological order anymore. Why? Because mixing in suggested posts, random likes, and unpredictable content creates intermittent reinforcement. You never know what you'll get, so you keep scrolling. Twitter's "while you were away" feature? That's engineered FOMO. YouTube's autoplay? That's a lever you didn't even know you pulled, and now you're 3 hours deep into videos you never intended to watch. Here is cold truth. Every time you refresh for no reason, you're working an unpaid shift in the dopamine mines. 2. Social validation traps. A notification appears. Someone liked your post. Your brain releases a small amount of dopamine. You feel seen. You feel valued. You post again, hoping for more. This is social validation as currency, and you're spending your attention to earn it. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, because it belongs to everyone to see you, to few to come in touch with you. Machiavelli understood that appearances shape reality. Tech platforms weaponized this insight. The number of likes, the count of followers, the ratio of comments. These visible metrics become your perceived worth. And because everyone can see them, you're constantly chasing numbers that were designed to keep you hooked. Likes are intermittent. Sometimes your post explodes, sometimes it flops. That unpredictability keeps you checking. You post, then refresh again, watching the count climb. Comments create reciprocity loops. Someone comments, you feel obligated to respond. You respond, they respond back. Now you're in a conversation you never intended to have, trapped in a thread that benefits the platform's engagement metrics, not your life. I remember launching my first serious project years ago. The first hour? Silence. I kept refreshing. Nothing. Second hour, a comment. This is interesting. I felt that dopamine hit. I responded immediately. Then another comment. This one critical, harsh. My mood crashed. I spent the next 3 hours defending myself in that thread, engaging with strangers, feeding the algorithm's engagement metrics. At the end of the day, I realized I hadn't moved my project forward 1 inch. I'd just entertained the crowd. That's when I understood. Validation isn't connection. It's just another slot machine. You're not building community. You're feeding the beast that profits from your need to be seen. Number 3, the outrage farming. Anger keeps you engaged. Content that makes you furious holds your attention longer than content that makes you peaceful. So platforms actively promote outrage. A prince should therefore have no other object or thought, nor acquire anything as his art, except war and its organization and discipline. Machiavelli knew that conflict sharpens focus. Modern algorithms weaponize this insight. They don't need you to win the war. They just need you to stay in the war. Outrage is engagement. Engagement is revenue. Headlines are written to provoke, not inform. You won't believe what X said about Y. This politician did what? Watch this celebrity get destroyed. Each headline designed to spike your cortisol. The algorithm notices. You paused on that angry post. You read the comments. You maybe even commented yourself. Now your feed fills with more outrage, more division, more content designed to keep you emotionally activated. When you're outraged, you're not thinking clearly. You're reactive, impulsive, easier to manipulate. You share before verifying. You attack before understanding. You become a vehicle for someone else's agenda. Your anger is fuel. But right now, it's fueling their engines, not yours. Number 4, attention sovereignty. Attention sovereignty means reclaiming the right to decide where your focus goes, not letting algorithms decide for you. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Today, the men around you are apps, notifications, and algorithms. If you don't control your environment controls you. Here is how to reclaim your focus. First, audit your inputs. Open your screen time right now. Look at the numbers, not the averages, the actual hours. Ask yourself, if someone paid me minimum wage for every hour I spent on these apps, would I be wealthy or still broke? Second, redesign your environment. Turn off all notifications except from actual humans who need urgent access. Move social apps off your home screen. Make them require a search to open. That friction creates a moment of choice. Third, schedule your consumption. The wolf doesn't graze all day. He hunts at specific times. Check feeds deliberately, not reflexively. Set boundaries. No phones during meals. No phones in the bedroom. No phones for the first hour after waking. There was a month where I tracked every minute of screen time. The total was embarrassing, almost 6 hours daily on what I called research. But when I analyzed it honestly, maybe 30 minutes was actual learning. The rest was scrolling, reacting, dopamine chasing. I deleted the apps from my phone for 1 week. The first 2 days, I felt phantom buzzes, my hand reaching for a phone that wasn't there. By day 5, my focus returned. I read a book. I had conversations where I actually listened. I remembered what my own mind sounded like without the noise. The cartel doesn't want you to have independence. They want you docile, distracted, and predictable. The wolf starves the beast by starving it of attention. Here's the uncomfortable part. Look at your screen time report. Not judgmentally, just observe. How many hours this week? How many times did you pick up your phone with no notification, just habit? Now ask yourself the real question. What was I avoiding? Boredom? Silence? The uncomfortable thought you didn't want to sit with? The conversation you didn't want to have? The work you didn't want to start? The dog reaches for the phone. The wolf sits with the discomfort and asks why. A member of this community wrote me recently, I checked my screen time. After a week I thought was productive, 17 hours on YouTube, 12 on Instagram. I wanted to vomit. I wasn't building anything. I was just consuming. The worst part? I couldn't even remember most of what I watched, just a blur of content. I felt like a ghost haunting my own life. If that hits home, you're not alone. The cartel designed it that way. But awareness is the first step back to sovereignty. Here's your 7-day challenge. Tomorrow morning, don't touch your phone for the first hour after waking. No exceptions. Use that hour to read, write, move, or just sit in silence. At the end of day 7, check your screen time again. Compare it to today. Then ask yourself, who was really in control? If this episode cracked something open in you, if you're tired of being harvested and ready to reclaim your mind, hit subscribe. Not because you need another notification, because you're choosing the wolf's path. In the next video, we go deeper into the algorithm itself. How recommendation engines study your psychology and serve you content designed to keep you addicted, anxious, and easy to manipulate. We're calling it algorithmic gaslighting. The dog scrolls. The wolf builds his own reality. Type sovereign in the comments if you're ready to stop being the product. Master the game. Guard your mind.